20 men hunted 5 women. Once I was in the basement, there was no way out until one of the men had claimed me. They beat each other bloody to be the victor over the woman they wanted. Then the couple were somehow tied together. I was missing 2 pieces of information and hadn't had the guts to call them back and ask for the answers. In the doctor's staff room, I pulled my phone from my locker. This morning, I'd been summoned to a meeting with the chairwoman of the care board that commissioned my job, and I had 20 minutes until I needed to attend it, which gave me just enough time to put my thoughts to rest. There were too many people here for this kind of conversation, so I snuck outside and took a walk down the busy city street outside the hospital. My call was answered on the first ring. It was a Scottish voice, the man who'd interviewed me, whose name was Shade, or his gang name, more likely.
Miss Watts, I'm glad to hear from you.
Thanks for taking my call, Mr. Shade. There were a couple of things I wanted to ask. I stifled my nerves. The last part of the game, we didn't get to the end of the rules.
Aye, we didn't. You know how it starts. Once a man has chosen his lass, he fights off all others to claim her.
What does that mean exactly, the claiming part? His tone took on an amused edge.
Excuse the vulgar language, but you aren't in Kansas anymore if you're in our basement. The man fucks the woman on the floor. He makes his claim in the most basic way possible, and in front of anyone else left conscious.
My breath left me in a rush. I should be horrified, should be hanging up the phone. Instead, I held it tighter to my ear. And in front of the cameras, he clucked his tongue.
I know that could be a conflict of interest for someone in a position like yours, but bear in mind that many of our candidates have reputations to uphold. Some are public figures. The cameras stream to rented bedrooms in our warehouse into our sex club. In other words, other people fuck to the action. But it's never recorded, and all phones are confiscated, so there's no visible record. That doesn't mean that you won't be recognized. And if you want, we'll supply a mask like the one I wore when we met. Just be aware it might be torn off you, along with the rest of your clothes. Most lasses end up naked. The men too.
I squeezed my eyes shut, a pulse throbbing between my legs that was entirely inappropriate in a public street. That's fine, I squeaked out.